Okay, hello again, class, in our phonology and also pronunciation class. All right, this morning I'm going to explain about problem in phonemic analysis. Okay, so probably we have already heard about this topic in the last meeting, but today it will be explained. Okay, so this is what I'm going to explain today. The first one is affricates. Second is the English vowel system. Next is syllabic consonants, and then clusters of S with plosives, schwa, distinctive features, and also the conclusion. All right, affricates. Of course, that in the beginning of our class, we have already learned about consonants, right? Vowels, diphthongs, triphthongs, and so on. So this is the affricates. The affricates, like ch and j, are phonetically composed of a plosive followed by a fricative. Yeah, and it is possible to treat each of pair ch and j as a single consonant phoneme. Okay, so they are uh, included in consonant. Yeah, we call this as one phoneme analysis. Yeah, because they are actually a pair of consonant like t and sh. It becomes ch, and this d and j is become j, but they are set as a single consonant phoneme, even though they are in pairs. And it's also possible to say that they are composed of two phonemes each, right? T plus sh and d plus j. This is called two phoneme analysis. If we use two phoneme analysis, the word church and judge would be composed as like this. Okay, this one as church, church, and judge. Yeah. But if we use one phoneme analysis, it would be like the usual. Ch, yeah, the same, yeah. Church and judge. Now, these two phoneme analysis has one main advantage, that if there is no separate ch and j, then the total set of English consonants is smaller. And many phonologists have claimed that one should choose which analysis is more economical and easier to practice. Yeah, whether it is the two phoneme analysis or one phoneme analysis. Yeah. However, it is the one phoneme analysis that is generally chosen by the phonologist. There are several arguments, but none of them is also conclusive. Yeah, but they are choosing this um, one phoneme analysis because it's way easier to practice. First one argument could be called phonetic allophonic. What is allophone? I hope that I believe that you have already known this before. Allophone is one of a set of multiple possible spoken sounds. If it could be shown that the phonetic quality of the t and phonemes sh or d and j in sh and j is clearly different from the realizations of t, sh, d, j, right? This would support the analysis of ch and j as separate phonemes. For example, it might be claimed that f in hutch was different from in hush, right? Hutch and hush. Or it might be claimed that the place of articulation of the in watch apes was different than what shape, what shape. See the difference, right? This argument was a weak one, but there is no evidence that such phonetic differences exist. Okay, now, it could also be argued that the phonemes ch and j have different distributions similar to other consonants. So it can easily be shown that ch and j are found initially, medially, or finally. And there's no other combination, for example, p and of, there's no, right? The and the, also no, and the and the. No combination of these three examples, okay, has such wide distributions. So only in certain fricatives like in ch and j. However, there are several consonants are accepted despite not being free to occur in all positions. Okay, a moment. Okay. So, however, there are several consonants are accepted despite not being free to occur in all positions. For example, r, w, y, h, and j. Yeah. So this argument, although supporting the one phoneme analysis, does not actually prove that ch and j must be classed with one single consonant phonemes, right? Okay. The thirdly, if ch and j were able to combine with other consonants to form consonant cluster, this would support the one phoneme analysis. In initial position, for example, ch and j can never occur clusters with other consonants. So in final position, we find that ch can be followed by t, like in watched. So t, after ch, there will be another t. Okay, or in j by d at the end, like in wedged, wedged. Nah, final ch and j can be preceded by l also, like in squelch, 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 right? But j is never preceded by l, and sh is preceded by L only in few words, which is in Welsh. Welsh, L and sh. So it's also the same if we ask whether N can precede ch and j or not. So in some BBC speaker said that have and ch in lunch, right? And never pronounce the ch. Yeah, lunch, lunch. While other speaker pronounce ch. Okay, so it seems that there are no possibilities for final consonant clusters containing ch and j except that pre-final l or n and post-final t and the. So the conclusion is finally it has been suggested that if native speakers in English who have not been taught phonetics feel that ch and j are each one sound, okay, not two sound. So the problem with this is that discovering what untrained native speaker feel about their own language is not as easy as it might sound. Okay, so there would be questions that need to ask like, why would you say the word chip begins with one sound like tip or with two sounds like in trip, yeah, t and r. All right, next, that was about the fricatives problem, and now in the English vowel system. So the analysis of English vowel system presented contents of a large number of phonemes, right? So there are different ways of treating all along vowels and diphthongs. The first one, we treat all along vowels and diphthongs accompanied by two vowel phonemes. So first one, starting with a set of basic or simple vowel phonemes, and then long vowels can be seen as containing short vowels twice, and then diphthongs would only be composed of a basic vowel phoneme followed by one of e, u, e. Yeah. And triphthongs would be made from a basic vowel plus one of e, u followed by e and would therefore be composed of three phonemes. Okay. So treating long vowels and diphthongs are composed of a vowel plus a consonant. These long vowels and diphthongs are composed of a basic vowel phoneme followed by one of y, w, h, and r. Thus, diphthongs would be made up like this. Yeah, for example, this one, a, u, and u. Yeah. And long vowels like this one, yeah, they have two dots there. E, U, and A. They are long. Thus, inequality of distribution is corrected for consonants that do not otherwise occur finally in syllable. Next, we have neutralization. The neutralization of E and E to E. Example, cases where contrast between phonemes which exist in other places disappear in certain contexts. Yeah, and then we have syllabic consonants. Syllabic consonants are a problem whereby they are phonologically different from their non-syllabic counterparts. For below, how do we account for the following minimal pairs? So we have the different pairs here. The first one, minimal pairs, yeah, codling, and Kotlin. Yes, so this one is syllabic, this one is non-syllabic. And then we have hungry, as also hungry, right? This is syllabic because hungry, like that, hungry, but still the same hungry. And we have two caught and ling, then codling. This one, meanwhile, this is non-syllabic, so there's only one syllable, like hungry. Yeah, it's non-syllabic, yeah. And one possibility is to add new consonant phonemes to the existing list where we could invent the phonemes l, r, n, etc. And for a word like button and buttle, it would be necessary to add n, l to the first post-final set. So the argument would be extended to include in Hungary. And this syllabicity is a phoneme that is set up to account if consonants form part of syllable final consonant cluster and to allow the English speakers hear the consonants as extra syllables. And then the word coddling would consist of 6 phonemes: k, p, d, l, e, and N, while the word coddling would consist of 7 phonemes: K, P, D, L, and simultaneously it also has one more L and N. Another possibility to overcome the problem in a syllabic consonant is ya Kak, oh ya Kak, Bila, Kak. Another possibility to overcome the problem in syllabic consonants is by saying that new phonemes are to be classed as vowels. And let us take, for example, that the vowel is A. We could then say, for example, Hungary is phonemically Hungary, while hungry is hungry. Hungary and hungry, right? You see the difference, okay? Hungary and hungry. So there is no insert in this hungry. The vowel phoneme in the phonemic representation is not pronounced as vowel. Instead, causes the following consonants to become syllabic. Next, we have clusters of plosive. Words like spill, still, skill are usually represented with the phonemes p, t, and k, following s. However, many writers argue that can still be transcribed as b, d, and g instead. For example, phoneme b, d, g are unaspirated, while p, t, k in syllable initial position are usually aspirated. However, again, in sp, st, as K, we find an unaspirated plosive that could be an argument of for transcribing them as SB, SD, and SG, and SG. Okay, we usually do not do this due to the spelling, but it's good for us to remember that the contrast between P and B and T and the and K and G are neutralized in the contract in the context. And this also means that no matter whether it is P, T, K, or B, D, and G, all of these phonemes will remain unaspirated if they follow with S in a word or sentence. Okay, next we go to square. So there is not square yeah, this one. There is not really a contrast between and a, since only occurs in weak syllables. This has resulted in a proposal that the phoneme symbol should be used for representing any occurrence of or a. For example, cup, which is usually stressed, would be transcribed as cup. And upper with stress of initial syllable as upper, upper. And this new phoneme would thus have two allophones, one being and the other being a, where the stress mark would indicate the a allophone, and in a weak syllable with no stress would be likely that the allophone, the allophone would be pronounced. Okay, I'm going to skip this, and then we have distinctive features. So it is based on the principle that phonemes should be regarded as not as independent and indivisible units, but also as combinations of different features. Okay, so distinctive features is different features. For example, if we consider that English the phoneme, it's easy to show that it differs from the plosive b, and g in its place of articulation or alveolar. From the in being lanis, from the in not being fricative, from an in not being nasal, and so on. And if we study back all these consonants and see which features they possess, we will come out with a table where if the sign is plus means that a phoneme does possess that feature, and if the sign is minus means that the phoneme does not possess the feature. Okay. All right. I think that's all from my explanation about problem in phonemic analysis. If you have questions about this chapter, please kindly write in discussion column of your e-learning. Okay. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Bye bye.